things that we've been working on all week, and you know, even previous, we talked about the tie-up. I want to go back to that, and then I'm going to give you like a kind of a simple shot takedown as well if we can get to it. But I do want to talk about the tie-up, especially what we were doing. Slide by. Hey guys, you guys
I'll take the class.
you can't.
No,
I just want to keep working on things fast. Just because he records.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
He needs it for his memory.
That's true.
He leaves here and he forgets what his name is.
see, I should be doing the same thing. And next week, I think we all have to forget stuff. I was doing really well.
Play. My name is Sean. Okay, I'm Sean. I'm Sean. That's it.
It's a video of him.
I know, right?
If you're seeing this,
You're
I'm
Sean.
you, you're me.
I am.
Pick it on the handicap.
Total recall.
Okay, so our tie-up, obviously we're not going to reach to the tie-up, we're going to get to our collar tie position. Again, main things that I'm stressing with the version of the slide by today. It's a little bit different than the way that the wrestlers do, but it's more of a close tie-up. Okay, works gi, works no gi, anytime somebody grabs your neck, this is what I tend to look. So the elbow usually starts with our frame on the inside, right? So I don't want you to think that it's an arm move. I'm not jamming the arm across to try to beat it. You're never going to do it. Because when you go like this, where do my hips go?
Back.
They went back, and now I expect I'm going to beat you on the turn. You're never going to beat him on the turn. Okay? So what I want to pay attention to is getting my chest in front of the elbow. So you don't have to push it very hard, and you're going to set your foot up for a step. So you get to hear like this. Look, the elbow's almost all the way there. If I try to do this, yeah, look what's going to happen. The elbow's wicked strong. Right? So what I'm going to try to do is, once I get here like this, I'm just going to do this one. I already got it. Right? So when I step in now, look how it's on my chest. Like even just this, I didn't even whip it across, but look how the arm is trapped. So I can almost guarantee if we had done this one before, if he's going to get out of this, you think he's going to pull his arm down and bring his head down? Where are you going to go? Nowhere. Hey, you are going to put your arm out. You're going to go down. We're going to try to get into our headlock position. But you notice how he has to go down and he has to try to work his way back in. So I want to now add what I call is like a head whip, like what he's doing.
Sorry, never mind. I'm getting ahead of everything.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about this.
I was going to ask you.
Probably the same thing as it. So now look, once I get to here like this, I want the arm to pass. So we'll get in, I'm stepping out, but once I get the chest in front, we're doing this. So the arm comes across, and I make sure that I keep this grip here. Okay? Two different ways that we were working on this, but I want to get to this takedown in the back. So I'm going to go around the waist, and we're going to go right to our waist control position. So you guys can see. Right, you don't have to fall down. It's okay. Right? So once I get waist control, don't be doing this drill like this. You know, we're not like.
Looks like a fucking prom picture. No prom pictures.
Yeah. So I'm always going to be hanging, and we should always be in a position like this. I'm going to let go so that everybody can see what I'm doing, and then I won't let go. Okay? This is a torque move. I want to make sure when my leg comes through that I'm turning my laces down. Okay? So it looks like this. I'm not going to pull them over my leg. I'm going to go like this. So if you notice when we come down, look at which way my knee goes when I finish this. If you go out here like this, or you go out here like this, and you don't straighten that leg, everything comes over the knee. You see how my foot's stopping me? You see how my toes are in the way? This is going to put that pressure on the outside of my leg, and you're going to go, Coach, I hate this takedown. I hurt my knee every single time. Okay? If you ever watch Spider-Man.
Gordon Ryan freaking loves this.
Really good. I love this takedown.
He literally does this.
Every time. He gets
All the
his back, he gets people to fight their way forward like this, and he just kind of sits his way back. This is, I'll call it the Spider-Man move, right? Where you hear like, this is what I want, right? Toes, look, everything faces down. So even if he lands on my leg, that knee comes down, right? So we get all the way here, I'll do the whole thing. Boom, pushing this a little bit. Look, I'm stepping out, right? Step out, drag, I make my way to the back. Here's the camera. Boom, so now, I'm going to keep control of the waist. I'm going to do the same exact thing. I want to stay close. I don't want my leg to be out here. I want to be close to his leg on the turn. So I have my grip, just like this. Look at the way my knee faces on the way down. Now what we've been practicing is this. Not letting the person get their back to the ground. As soon as I get, let's talk around this stuff. Right? This hand comes from here, goes here, and right away, we're going to start trapping for the head and arm choke. Here's the AB for him on the bottom. He realizes he's in the head and arm choke. He can stay here and fight it, Or which way is he gonna turn?
Oh,
To take the pressure off. Go ahead, good turn. Look at this is now look, he gives up the back. So I'm okay with it either way. But what it makes it happen is I gave him a choice for his AB on the bottom just by moving that hand and trapping that arm. He doesn't get to go flat and then start to turn back into me and try to get his guard back. I give him the option of you fight the head and arm choke or you start to turn away from me. Does that make sense? So we've been doing this one all week and it's a good sequence, but especially at the ending of the sequence is what I want everybody to get. And all it is the move of that one hand and sliding my head up just a little bit to make sure not only am I winning the position, but I can also win with the submission. Okay, so I'm gonna do the whole thing again. By the way, I'm not doing a stance setup for this. I'm not just gonna tie up with him and then go after the arm. I'm always gonna be starting to circle. I'm gonna step this. You see how I'm gonna move his feet? And I kind of turn here, and I get my drag, and I get to here. Okay? Make sure when you get your drag, you're not trying to look at the arm. I can't stress this part enough. See, I didn't do it with the arm. The whole thing is my chest turning his elbow in. If I want the arm to pass, use my head grip. Same thing again. Boom. Step. This move right here. Look, this. And I make the arm pass. Now we're here. We're going to drop right back down behind. Now I'm going to come here. Watch. Reach. Right away. To finish the head and arm choke. I'll bring you back here in a second. Look. This, I want right here. Okay? So if you're squeezing your arm really tight when you get to that position, you're not going to be able to pull it through. So that means you're going to have this little hole right here where they're going to feel like you're not finishing the choke and they're going to try to stay alive. Okay? So once you get to here, I'm going to lean into it and try to get that flat so he feels it when I sink down on it now, right? I'll let it up a little bit while I talk. Knee in the hip. See where my knee's in the hip here? This leg's going to sprawl. I'm turning my head in. I'm pulling my elbow down. I just have my regular gable grip. If you can go to a rear naked choke grip, fine. My arms aren't long enough. I like being right here. So again, squeeze your what together? Hands. Start at the end of the chain from all your chokes. Squeeze the hands together, kind of here like this, and start turning in. If you notice, I do not move this off the hip. Why?
So they can't turn into it.
Because that way you can't move. Yeah.
He's going to follow.
Yeah.
Right? If I'm turning into him like a clock choke, he's going to follow the bottom. It's going to help take off some of the pressure. So it's real important when we get here, like this. This is happening. Watch my head turn in.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to get a good squeeze on this choke without going and squeezing with your arms.
So you're keeping that right knee in almost like you're doing
I keep the right knee right on the hip the entire time. Right, so only the outside leg is going to sprawl.
Yeah.
This turns, head turns in with me. Any of my black belts or people want to add something to this? Pretty good?
The only thing I add when I do the head and arm choke is like if I feel like I'm like getting the arm through, I like the spider walk to get a little
Yeah, that'll
deeper
help too.
sometimes. And I also do I call it like the Carlton. Like the Carlton, yeah, like
Oh, you push
if
the
I,
head
yeah,
in,
if
which
I
is
feel
what I
like
do.
if I feel like I'm too high up, I'll actually kind of like keep the head pressure on, but like scoop down and then scoop back in.
That's
so
that's what I
well, you do that on
yeah,
that side.
and I pull the arm
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
What do you
I
call it,
would-
the Carlton?
I call it the Carlton.
Let's go. Let's go. And afterwards, you have when you win, you have like the corner throw you the sweater so you can tie it.
You're too young to even know that show, aren't you?
Remember that?
Oh, the
Oh,
Dougie.
you know it?
I forgot he said the Collins. So I explained it. And I was like, yeah, the
Anise.
Dougie.
Tell us it's always the way. When you're tied up and you had the knee that was like really tight knee, how are you still hitting this slide by out of curiosity? Because whenever I tie up like with you or with Dave, you guys are so fucking locked in. I'm not hitting the slide by.
So one of the things that you have to do is you have to get that person to want it to get close to you. Right?
Okay,
So
okay.
like if we start, and this is a good question. If we start out here and we start grabbing already like this, it's hard to get to that like collar tie position. Right? But if I work my
It
way
takes a while
like
to
this,
get comfortable against the wall.
I put my head in, look, now we're here, right? Because I threaten low, I threaten high, and I led with my head from a strong position. You never see me lead with my head like this. If you can see the crown of my head, I'm getting choked, I'm getting pulled forward. Right, so I'll do, right? And now look how close I am, and look where my arms are. I'm either gonna be here or here, right? And then when I leave myself in, now I'm gonna try to get this drag, right?
Sometimes you use like a collar, like if you're trying to like it's kind of harder to get in when you get like a collar grip and like kind of hit like a little snap down on it and then come in and grab it. Do you use that?
Yeah, you can. Honestly, when I do that stuff, because I don't like to reach. So Greg's a wicked good judo guy, and he'll always start like way out here, and he'll be doing that, right? So you know what I do to Greg? I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah.
Because he wants to hold you at the end of this, and he wants you to try to work your way back in so he can throw you, and he does.
But I'm talking about even when you're coming in here and they're hand fighting with you, like will you like being in though?
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, you want to show them exactly what you're talking about too?
Well, I'm just asking you because I don't. Cause like some, like I'll stop, like we'll say we're like fighting a little here, and he's like kind of stopping me from getting in here, right here, like here.
100%. And what you notice is I'm going to do the same thing that he did. Is I'm not going to try to come up here to grab. Like if I'm playing down here, I'm going to grab his gi down here low because I can still pull him forward and move him and affect his posture, rather than trying to reach up high where I'm going to give him some of my elbow.
Yeah, because if I give him too much of my elbow,
that's what he wants. 100%.
Pop it up.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright. So it's all about this. It's all about the setup level change. It's kind of okay.
Yeah, I don't want you to know if I'm going to shoot or whatever.
Yeah.
People were asking me like, what were my favorite takedowns? Like a lot of them were tie-ups, right? But if I had, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get on this person like right away in this match. I would always fake the shot for the takedown and then jump for the guillotine. Because if I miss it, who cares, right? They're gonna pull away out. But if I get on the front headlock, and does anybody not want a front headlock off the feet?
That's my favorite.
My favorite.
Once I get that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, give me your head and you looking down for me to start, right? So I would always bait hard and up. Like this. Right? And now I've got the neck. Like, yeah, why not? I just had to get him to bite, and a lot of times I would like tap for it, boom, and come back over and grab the head. Everybody overcommits when they don't want to get taken down, especially in a grappling tournament. You see some of these guys that are almost on the ground, not to get taken down, but their posture sucks.
My AB was always the clinch, like to try to do all these pass bites and all that. But if they were like actually really good at posturing up, they have to step one leg forward to posture up, and then I go right to my single leg.
Slide down their body to the
Yeah, I
side.
go right to my single leg. So it was like, I either knew I was either getting the head and was going to get a choke, or I was going to get a single leg and run the pipe, or freaking
But
or
it
go
gets
high
you in.
crotch or double. But it was the only way I could get, like how I would get in, because I didn't like shooting. I wasn't a like shooter blast double or like the knee dropping go in. Like I didn't wrestle like growing up, so it wasn't like, it took me a long time to like be able to get that. So these were like my AB to like get it, like snap the head down, get the head, he postures up, single leg, high crotch, then to double. It was like, that was it.
Do you know why we do this, guys? Why Nate talks like that? Because we're MMA people, right? So it's like, it was either going to be some sort of strike that you were set up to get you in, right? Whereas like you see more of modern grappling now, like everybody starts in a super protected position and they just do everything at face value. Whereas like if we were to get in, if you're going to get in MMA, you're not going to do this and work your way in because you're getting punched in the face, right? So I would always have to bait something. He would say, oh, he would bait, he would go to the neck and he would start pulling down the neck and then he'd be able to get to other stuff. Yeah, that's exactly
In MMA, it'd be more of a, in jiu-jitsu, it's like, obviously I'm going to the grab, but MMA would be like a flash hook, like a slappy hook, yeah.
And then
Oh,
work my
yeah.
way back in. But you can also do the same thing like I'm going to grab the neck.
Boom, exactly.
Right, and if I get him to play on this, if you notice I didn't totally go for it, now he grabbed me. That's right.
Boom, yeah.
So there's so many different ways to set up your takedowns. This is just one. And what I wanted everybody to do is understand, like, the most common thing that people are going to be comfortable with is tying up with you when they don't have any other move. And they're going to try to be strong guy or strong girl. And a lot of times this, I'm just going to keep trying to push you out of bounds. Right, but if they keep trying to push and move you forward, and you can just get inside that elbow just a little bit, you're going to get this almost every single time. If you try to push it and do it with your arms, you're never going to get it. Does that make sense? Can we get some reps on this and I'll come around?
When you try with your arm, I feel like sometimes like you end up making your own self vulnerable.
100%. Because now I'm
Yeah, and then
programming like this big push move.
And if they swivel their head and go on, now they're behind you.
Now they're coming in 100%.
Yeah.
So not a telegraph move. I want it to be a I keep closing in on your space move. Just like we do on the ground. Why are we effective on the ground? Because we have the ground to help us out. right? Somebody, oh man, you're so heavy on top. It's not just because they're heavy, it's because the ground is heavy.
Yeah.
Right? You pin somebody against a wall or something, same exact thing. Oh man, you get good pressure there. It's like, yeah, but I got something to work with. I've got the ground, either this way or this way. All right, let's find a good group you want to work with and get some reps on this, and we'll come around. Questions? Sorry.
No, it's talk shit.